Hi everyone, John Tabor from UDS. I had a call the other day from a general manager I've worked with in the past. He wanted to get my take on a situation that he was dealing with in his store. But the interesting thing about the call was the situation he was dealing with seemed pretty straightforward. Not an easy fix, but something he was certainly capable of doing on his own. I was kind of surprised he was calling me. After talking for a while, I noticed he was being very negative about everything we talked about. His attitude was terrible. I had to stop him and call him out on it. He thought about it for a few seconds and then agreed with me. His problem wasn't that the situation he was dealing with, it was his attitude. My associate was choosing to be negative, and that choice was influencing his thinking, his energy, and his behavior. Occasionally I share a tip of the week on attitude. It's a simple message, but it's most likely the most important tip I ever share. Here it is. Assess your attitude multiple times every day. Why is this important? Because your attitude can be the single greatest factor in whether you succeed in F&I or move on to another profession. F&I isn't easy. It's not a predictable job. You have to deal with situations, personalities, problems that need to be solved. You can't control deal flow, and in the moment you're always trying to overcome certain obstacles. And we have to do all of that to try to be successful. However, how we react to these situations is something that we can control. Through awareness and practice, we can learn to adjust to the positive and avoid the negative. If we do, it can greatly influence our outcomes. How can we turn assessing our attitude into a habit? It could be as simple as incorporating a checkbox for attitude on every one of your checklists. This simple reminder will help you assess your attitude. You know, most of us aren't aware of our gradual slide into the negative until somebody tells us. The problem is most people won't call you out on a bad attitude. They just avoid you. The good news is that when we are finally made aware of it, we usually recognize it pretty quickly and can adjust. By putting the word attitude in a checklist or making it visible in some way, it'll serve as a reminder for you to hold yourself accountable on your attitude and adjust to the positive if necessary. In our F&I certification course, I share a lot of information with the attendees, and one of the most important things I teach is that in F&I, it's not about what you do, it's more about how you do it. As an F&I manager, you can achieve more, influence more, and inspire more with a positive attitude. Confidence is a characteristic of a positive attitude, and we all know that confidence sells. So here are a couple of tips that you can use to maintain a great attitude. Be grateful. You're in one of the greatest industries there is. It offers equal opportunity to all, no matter what your background or education, and it also provides a great living for those willing to work at it. Show appreciation of those around you. Many people influence the deal, and as we all know, nothing happens until the customer says yes to the car or truck. If you think about it, it's almost impossible to have a bad attitude if you're grateful for your opportunity and you appreciate those around you. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, assess your attitude throughout the day. It's hard to talk about attitude without a quote or two, but I'm only going to leave you with one by John C. Maxwell. He said, "People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude." Positive or negative, optimist or pessimist, whether people feel a negative attitude or a positive one coming from you, it's your choice. Choose to be an F&I manager with a positive attitude in all situations, and you'll see that great things will result from that choice. And that's your tip of the week. Email me at jtabor@udsdealerservices.com for a transcript, or if you want to subscribe to our free newsletter.